Hello, family. It's Mama Erica. Today's understanding. Once again, it's such a blessing to be here and share myself with you, my experiences, my strengths, and my hopes. Um, and I just love you guys. So let's just start it off with the prayer to the source. Ooh, source, blessings unto you. Thank you so much for waking me up this morning. I thank you for every single person who will partake in this video. I pray that your will, not my will, be done, that your words, not my words, that your understanding be taught through and sent through this video. Let your spirit, your energy, your healing, your love, your laughter, your acceptance, fears, forgiveness, and all that be generated through this video. Hear what the source is telling you through this video. I just thank you for another day, source. I thank you for this platform. I thank you that you've made it easy for people to tap into the things that they want in the spirit or need in the spirit. But once again, I just pray that your will, not mine, your words, not mine, your thoughts, not mine, your energy, not mine, be. Thank you. Ashe. So yeah, family. So it's been a while. I've been critiquing some things. I also have a life. I still do things throughout my day that keep me connected because we need this. I've been under attack from a lot of stuff. And it's funny because every attack that I was under, I pray love and blessings to each person that tried to send these attacks out to me spiritually. And also, I know that my ancestors have my back. They have me covered north, south, east, and west. So I worry not. And my source, who is the covering of all in my life, has my up, down, and side to side. So I lose no sleep. I no longer operate in fear. I no longer operate in anxiety or depression because when things come at me, I know how to deal with them with my source, straight on, head on. Ain't no punks here. I am a spiritual warrior. I ain't no punk. I ain't made it this far by myself. And I'm getting closer and closer to self through source. So take that. Any which way. So today I want to share some prayers and stuff with you. Each day I get some inspirational prayers and quotes and poems and just readings and things of that nature, daily reflections, if you want to, if you will. So this daily reflection comes from what I received today, and it is from Buddha Zen Thoughts, and it says, "As a tree with strong, uninjured roots, though cut down, grows up again. So when deep craving is not rooted out, suffering arises again and again." And that's Dhammapada, Dhammapada. So I want to share from that aspect today about being rooted. Um, because when you're rooted, no matter what happens, you're not moved. You're not moved at all when you're rooted. And so I think about myself, everything that's going on in my life in regards to, attacks coming at me mentally, physically, and spiritually, growing up, being violated, you know, and lies upon lies and things of that nature. But I've come to a point in my life where I've realized that I have to forgive. And that was a hard thing to do, to let go of my resentments and forgive. There's there are a group of people who I love very much. And in that group, they have a set of guide steps that can be used in everyday life, and I appreciate them so much. And that's why I knew it was my calling to give back. How dare I? Because that's part of its rule. That's like the 12th step in this group of people. It is to give back, to freely give back to give back what's so freely been given unto you. So, and that's just a spiritual rule. That's a rule of a reciprocity, of respect. You know what I'm saying? What goes around comes around. You know, I keep that on me all the time. I never take these bracelets off. I have my father's bracelet. I have that bracelet, and I have some Oriental bracelets. I have other stuff, but it's not about materialism because my spirit is right without objects. I have a connection to the short source without object, but there's nothing wrong with the stones, bracelets, candles. As long as you're using them in the upright way, as long as you're using them in the higher self, in the higher energy way. Because there's good and bad with it. Just like there's a God of light, there's a God of darkness. Just like there's powers in positivity, people have powers in negativity. So going back to the whole staying rooted, um I let me look in here, guys. Excuse me for this because I'm sitting at my table, which I'm at this table at least 16 to 18 hours a day. I work from home as well, and my home I've made very comfortable. At one time in my life, I didn't know how to sit still. I thought that being home and being quiet and being still was corny. But when I got certain lower negatives out of my life, when I got certain negative energies out of my life and certain bad, high negative habits, things that did not build me in any type of way, and mentally, physically, or spiritually, had no health value to me mentally, physically, spiritually, meant me no good mentally, physically, spiritually, meant nothing for me. I had to cut it out. Every day I came upon this sister, and her name is Miss Kelly, and she has this beautiful healing, healing channel um, that I tune into pretty much every single day now that she's come across my frequency and I hers. This woman is in DC. And when I tell you, I'm going to just put her information on here too. She doesn't know I'm doing this, but her and I spoke earlier, and I just want to show her so much love when she does get this video because she means so much to me. Her being in tune with her spirit and her source has brought many blessings to my life, and she doesn't even know it. So many blessings unto you, Miss Kelly. I love you, my sister. You don't even know the gravity of blessings you placed upon me and encouragement and inspiration. So let me find her information here. I thought I had it pulled up, but I'm going to add that into the video as well. Um, she's right here in my history. Goodness gracious. Here she is. Lover's Lane Spiritual Guidance, LLC. Miss Kelly. Once you see this Gemini smile, you were just it's gonna brighten your day. As soon as you put it on your laptop, your computer, on your TV, when she comes into your presence, you're gonna light up. You can't help it. You can't help it. But any which way, I digress. And another thing is, I am not afraid, and that's even in real life before I even decided to even come on here and share this love, because mind you, I've been doing this for a long time prior to even getting on YouTube when it comes to wanting to lift up my sisters and brothers in the spirit, and even working with you where you're at, because we don't have to agree on who you call God or who you call your higher power or what your source is. As long as you know you are not your source. You didn't make you. You didn't create this universe. We have the ability to manipulate, live in it, be blessed from it, or receive, give to it, but we are not the creators of it. So that's the source I'm talking about. And whatever you call that source, I respect it. As long as it's a source that I know is going to bring love, and light, peace, serenity, healing, in a positive way. Not that your energy will be pilled, or somebody else is going to have to hurt for you to get this, or there's going to be some type of consequence and repercussions in the spirit, mentally, physically, or spiritually, after you do these things, that somebody else is going to be depleted of something because you're going to gain. That's not how this works, and that's not the type of frequency I'm working on. Right, so back to this Buddha Zen thought. As a tree with strong, uninjured roots, though cut down, grows up again. So when deep craving is not rooted out, suffering arises again and again. And that's anything. Whenever you're dealing with an issue, whether it be past hurts, loves, um, money, spending money, your home, your neighbors, your church folk, whatever the case may be, your perception, your perspective is the power you need to focus on of what's going on around you. What type of perspective do you have about your surroundings, about self first? Because everything starts with us. You know what I'm saying? I figured that out because in my past, I had a lot of hurts and pains. I've had a lot of struggles. And it was easy because of all the jacked up stuff that's happened to me, that's occurred in my life. It's so easy for me to be like, oh, because this happened to me and because this happened to me. And, but for the grace of, and oh, yeah, but I'm still here. I'm still standing. Da, 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 da. But, let me really, really get to the root of it. No pun intended, in regards to the whole Buddha Zen thing. But yeah, like, okay, so you picture yourself as this tree, and I'm thinking of a palm tree. I like to use palm trees, and palm trees, no matter what, and this is a rarity if you see a palm tree go down, especially like in tropical storms. Think of that. In a tropical storm, you got all these palm trees because usually palm trees are near tropical weather, warmer climate, and things of that nature, closer to the equator. So I picture myself as that palm tree. And the palm tree's roots, they're right there. But the one thing I notice is that no matter how hard the winds blow, the palm tree doesn't move. It just goes back and forth. It swings and it sways and it moves and it does all these gyrating things. And it looks like one of those things you find out in front of them, you car sale, and it goes all that, but it don't go nowhere. That's me. That's us. We have that ability. The whole thing is, what are you rooted to? Right? No problem. So say, now you're rooted, but say you have an issue. Mine was alcohol. Started drinking when I was 8. Got no problem sharing that because there's somebody who's listening to the video that's dealing with the same issue, if not something similar. Something that I put before God, something that I felt that when I woke up in the morning, I had to have that thing before I even acknowledged self or God or self or anything around me. That's an addiction. That's a problem. That's a stronghold. That is a soul tie. Also, Pastor Bishop, I believe it is, R.C. Blake's Jr. He has a prayer. He has a channel himself. Awesome pastor out of Louisiana. And also has a church home in Texas. And he knows nothing of me, I don't think either. But this man, he is Christian, but I look past that. And I'm not saying Christianity is a bad thing. I'm just saying this man operates on the spirit. This brother, him and his wife, Lisa, this dynamic duo, they operate in the spirit. But any which way, he has videos on soul type prayers to help you get rid of these things that are coming against you, that you put before your source, that are blocking your blessings, that are blocking your energy, that are blocking you moving forward because you're so stuck in the past, or you're so stuck in past hurts, pain, whatever the case may be. Believe you me, I know. I've been there. I was there. I was there. And every day I inch closer and closer to being delivered from so many things because there's years of buildup. Okay. Say you got a car, right? Say you got a car and you're in this car by yourself, right? And say in this car, you got all your past stuff in the trunk, in the back seat, and it's just all there, right? And you driving and you driving and driving. All of a sudden, skirt, you come to this hall and all that past stuff comes and it's all in your lap. You like, what the freakazoid? What am I doing with all this stuff? Well, this is an opportunity when your past comes to hit you in the face, or like so many people I've learned from and I'm learning from, it's a tower moment. It's a beautiful moment, but your perception, how you look at it. How do I look at this issue? Okay, boom, I come to a stop. All the stuff is on top of me. Now, mind you, the car is your life. You are in the driver's seat. You were in the driver's seat. You come to a complete halt, and all the stuff that was in the back, and even the seat fell down, and the stuff in the trunk came to the front. So you are perplexed. You bugging. You like, what should I do right now? I got all this stuff. I can't go forward. The car's messed up. I got all this stuff. How am I supposed to move? This is the opportunity to assess, to take stock, to see what you need, and to see what you need to get rid of so you can move forward in that journey, in your car, going to wherever you're going. Mm. So, you know, so because we're rooted, we get to grow up again, right? But now say you have this thing, like I said before, that you put before the creator, before the source, before your higher power, right? So if this thing that is planted and rooted is beautiful, and it's rooted into a beautiful thing, even when it's cut, it's going to continue to grow. If it's rooted into a bad thing, if it's cut and it's not cut from the root, it will continue to grow. So what in your life do you need to cut off at the roots? Like I said, those soul ties. I'm in the I'm in the path of where, I have the opportunity to do, like I said, about that illustration about the car with all that stuff in it that came to the front. I'm at the time in my life where I have the opportunity to put pen to paper, and I'm able to put down a list of people, places, or things that I felt, well, that I had resentments towards. So working through that list, I've worked out a lot of stuff. And so all that stuff that was in my car, life, everything that was in my car is being weeded out. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that with life. I'm at a time in my life, and like I said, this sister who I watched today, she's one of the influential sisters in my life who have brought me to this place where I'm doing this inventory, on top of other people, the other group of people who I rock with, and I have a trusted spiritual guide in that group as well. And she's the bomb. That's my baby girl. She lives in Brazil. And beautiful woman, different background, upbringing, but I would not change it for the world. She is in my life for a reason. And so as I go on, I'm dealing at looking at for real, like why am I mad at these people? So when I'm reading this Buddha Zen thing about my deep rooted issues, as long if I don't cut them off from the root, suffering arises again and again if I do not cut it out from the root. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the process of cutting that out from the root. And that's a daily thing that I do. I mean, I took care of the bulk of it. You know what I'm saying? I took care of the bulk of it. But we still get these issues every day. We come into contact with people every day. And so yeah, you might have been good yesterday, but I can't stay clean off yesterday's shower. Straight business. I can't, right? Like these little sayings and stuff are stuff that I've learned throughout my life, I've heard, and things that I've made up. So I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. But some of this stuff is fire to me. If you don't get it and you don't appreciate it, I totally get it. But let me tell you, like these little tidbits and acronyms and stuff like that I've learned throughout my life, and dealing, from this group of people who are in my life who are just so foundational, and just I can't live without them. That's the beautiful thing. So yeah, I had to look that stuff in the face and grow the heck up. I had to put my big mama drawers on. I had to grow the heck up, because it's so easy for me to say, you know what, you hurt me, and I have a right to be angry. That's called a justified anger. So which you can really translate into a justified resentment. But what am I angry at? Perfect example. I live in an apartment building where there are some people who, they live in that lifestyle, that addiction lifestyle, crack, fake weed, and things of that nature. And I had a problem with a certain tenant who was getting high in the hallways, and this stuff was coming into my apartment. Right? I don't care what you do. Just do it in your crib. I really, if you're gonna do something, smoke weed. If that's what you're gonna do, do that. Smoke weed. Get your smoke on, because last time I saw weed, the only thing weed made you steal was your mama's steak, or your mama's sweet potato pie, or arroz con gandule, all right, or some monfungo, or whatever the case may be, or some patele. You know what I'm saying? Some ribs, something. Make him sleep for a while. Who was that? Cat Williams. He was like, he ain't nothing wrong with him. He just gonna sleep for a long time, and when he get up, that brother gonna eat everything up in here. That's what weed does to you. So if you feel like you need that, go right ahead and go smoke you a L. Go smoke you some real weed, okay? Not this fake stuff these people got out here with all these chemicals and stuff like that. Don't do that. But to each their own. But for me, Mama E, mm-mm. My understanding today is I can't pick up a drink, and I don't want to pick up a drink because that takes me to a unholy place, a place where my source know I know my source brought me from a long time ago, and I need not go back to that past. So, how do I get to the root of these problems? I see them for what they are, and in that, I also had to reach out to somebody else who definitely has been down that road. So the best thing for you to do is reach out for help. Not just anybody, not somebody who's going to tell you what you want to hear, not somebody who is a gossip, who they yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A yes man or a yes woman. No. You want somebody who might hurt your feelings. That friend, that family member, that elder, that auntie, that titi, that tío, that auntie, that uncle, that cousin who is going to come with the real. Sit down with them and say, I would like to talk to you about a couple of things. Or pick up the phone and reach out to somebody, even in your religious community if needed. Your pastor, first lady, a deacon, a deaconess, someone that's on the prayer team, whatever the case may be. Reach out, to your spiritual guide. Um, Reach out to someone who you trust and is going to give you, the real answer, not something you just want to hear, because I think that might have been my problem. Like I kept hearing, I kept going to people who I knew were still comfortable in doing the same thing, So when I came to them with, oh man, I did it again. That's all right, which is okay because we're going to make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but not encourage it. You know what I'm saying? Because my last battle with me going back to alcohol almost ended in me dying because the alcohol took me to something else, and then the something else put me in a situation where I almost died. Okay? So I know my bottom. I'm good, you know? So I just make sure that I find out, you know, even if it's counseling, there's nothing wrong with outside help. I am not a counselor. I'm not a clinician whatsoever. I am a life coach. I am a spiritual advisor, and I am a sister here to support you, my brothers and sisters. And that's it, definitely. My information, my email, and everything is on my channel or at the bottom of the videos. If you need some help with addictions or mental or whatever the case may be, I'll give you some links that I know have worked in the community for people. I'm not affiliated with what I'm putting at the bottom of this video, but that's something that I found. That's a resource that I Googled, and anyone has access to that as far as information is concerned. So I'm not here doing any commercials or nothing like that. If I am, it's from it's for my sister. It's for my sisters and brothers who are doing their readings and their spiritual readings. And I'm gonna start shouting y'all out because look, I know when I bless y'all, I'm gonna get my blessings in the end. So shout out to me. Right? All right. So just a shout out to Lovers Lane Spiritual Guidance. Who else we got? I'm gonna do a couple other shout outs. Shout outs to Sun, Moon, and Stars Intuitive. Who else I got? Shout outs to that's my baby girl. I like her. Who else do I got? There's my baby. Who else we got? RC Blake, shout out to you. Shout out to Gemini Goddess Empress. Shout out to Kayla. Um, Intuitive Spirituality, I believe it is. Where you at, Kayla? Where you at, Kayla? Yes. Miss Chris, there you go. Gemini, Aquemini, Aquamini, out to her, out to where you at, mama? Oh boy, devil is a lie. That lower self. When I say the devil, I mean lower self. I mean negative energy. I mean low energy. Um, Love Peace Genesis. Shout out to you. Where you at, baby girl? High Priestess Tarot. Shout out to you. Love Reading 333. Goddess 333. Who else? Egyptian Intuition Tarot. Blessings unto you, young queen. She is powerful. But any which way, I digress. But Kayla, where are you at, Mama? Oh my gosh. I gotta give a shout out to her. Here she is, evolving spiritually. Yes, that's my baby girl. So any which way, long story short. And I don't know if you can hear the music in the background, but I got on some chill hip hop. I'm about to put some house music on. But yeah. So I give back to you guys. So yeah, what was I saying? Sorry about that. So yeah, so get to the root of what the issue is. I don't care what it is. You can use this application towards anything that you put before your source. Anything that you know is bringing you down, draining you energy, that's coming between you being a better mother, father, sister, brother, just to being a better person every day. Um I do I do know with my experience, strength and hope, I found that when my issue, okay, so when, like I said, with my alcoholism, so I had to realize I was the alcoholic. I accepted the fact. I'm like, yo, you know what? I think my drinking might be a problem, a little sunshine. You think so? Yep, so it was. So I surrendered, and I knew about this group of people. Went and chilled with them for a little while. I'm still I'm still connected to a lot of people, in a big, big way. But I do not represent these people as a whole. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I digress. So yeah, I stayed away from alcohol. I stay away from continually every day. But I had to start somewhere. So it started with one step. I think a lot of times we as people we want that microwave stuff, and it don't work like that. The spirit don't even work like that. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It depends. But I'm talking about on some reality stuff. This microwave mentality don't work. It does not work. It does not serve any purpose when it comes to something that is worth receiving and holding on to. Anything that you had to work for and it takes time to get it, you will appreciate it more. So when it comes to, and I say it, and I know I'm very, very mindful of what I say over myself. So yes, I'm a person who used to deal with alcoholism. Right. Recovered alcoholic. Right. But at the end of the day, I know I dealt with alcoholism, and on a daily basis, I have to connect with my spirit. And I get up early to connect with my spirit because alcoholism does not play. It's no respect of persons. It's just like any type of other drug addiction, like crack cocaine, like heroin. You know what I'm saying? Like these pills, the opioids, meth, whatever is out there new. Because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 50. I don't know a lot of stuff that's come out, these drinks and drugs and all this other lifestyles, to each their own. May the source bless you like the source blessed me. But whatever stage in your life you are, and you got an issue that's keeping you from your source and keeping you from your full potential. And I'm not talking about what you think everybody else wants on these streets. I'm talking about being true to self, being an individual, trusting in individualism, trusting that you don't have to fit in. You don't have to fit in. It's so easy to fit in. And I fit in all my life. And because I wanted to fit in and be a people pleaser and all that other stuff and follow the trends, it got it got me into being an alcoholic. And being an alcoholic took me into other areas that I should have never been. Not the empress that I am. Oh, heck to the no. I don't know why it took me so long to do this video. Okay, side note. Whew, excuse me, y'all. Since the last time I dropped a video, this spirit or energy of fear has come over me. Had come over me. I caught you. Had come over me, right, when it comes to my gifts and my understandings. Things came at me like, oh, if you do it this way, ain't nobody gonna, because everybody's used to this. I'm happy for y'all. Y'all do y'all thing. This is today's understanding. This is Mama E, Erica. This is the channel that the source put on me to do, and I'm going to do exactly what the source told me to do, and that's talk. If there's other elements that the source wants me to bring in, I shall bring it in. But for now, I'm just going to, and I'm going to trust it. I'm going to trust it. I trusted the source. Look, okay, wait a minute. When I was out there drinking and alcohol and all that other stuff, I bet you I trusted in something that might not have been the source, but I knew I was going to be okay. I trusted I was going to get that next drink. I trusted I was going to get that next, whatever the case may be, relationship, blah, 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 looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love. Yeah, that was E double right here. Because I didn't know who I was. So now let's jump back here. So I'm working on these resentments. I'm working on them still to today. But like I said, the list has gone down, right? And that's a beautiful thing, because not ever did I ever think that I would say, and this is for me, family, the man who molested me. I don't know whether this man is still living or not. This was an in-law uncle, if you know what I'm saying. Married my auntie, married my titi, my great titi, and he molested me at a young age, and my titi said it was my fault. Don't you know, today I honestly prayed to my ancestor and I said, Titi, I love you no matter what. And to him, I said the same thing. I love you because you were a sick man, and I forgive you for what you did. But guess what? Whatever that person that did that to me, that crushed my innocence, well, I can't say crush my innocence, because I'm all new. I'm not the person I used to be. I'm not the person that things happen to. I'm a brand new creature. I'm in the same vessel, but my spirit's not the same from back then. I'm not that person. My spirit's not even the spirit I'm going to be tomorrow. I'm not even the spirit I'm going to be 5 seconds from now. 5 seconds, boom, I'm a different spirit. I got a different understanding right now. That's why I call it today's understanding. Today's understanding. The reason I call it today's understanding is because, and no matter what faith understanding you have, things change. So today's understanding is what I'm giving to you from my source today, from the source today, from my connection to the source. That's what today's understanding is. Because my understanding today might not line up with what I understood yesterday, and it might not line up with tomorrow. And also, talking about that real quick, and I know I'm all over the place, y'all, because I'm freestyling it today. Because there's many a times, like for these past couple of weeks, I tried to sit down and write this out and write. Nah, Spirit said rock with it, freestyle. So I come from that generation. I'm rocking freestyle spirit, baby. All right, free spirit freestyle. So, boom. Doma. Hola. How you doing? Such a blessed morning this morning. So, yeah. So, I got with this group of people, and I got myself a spiritual guide in this group of people. And me and this spiritual guide started reading through some literature that goes wrong with these people, right? So, any which way, in saying that, so I got with the spiritual guide, and I started to understand what alcoholism was. So if you're dealing with something, smoking, drugs, sex addiction, codependency addiction, food addiction, find out about it. Do your research, because you can't deal with something until you know exactly what it is you're dealing with, until you put a pinpoint on it. So boom, in that, right. So now I know what my problem is. So now with the resentment. All right, so here's the resentment. I have the brother in the building. He's getting high in the building. He's coming into my apartment. I don't rock like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is late night. And sometimes I can stay up for hours. I can stay up for 24 hours at a time, have like 2 hours sleep, and then get right back to it. Then there's times like lately, like the spirit has been telling me, get my sleep, get up early, seek me early, which is a beautiful thing. And I do that. I get up very early, sometimes like anywhere between 3 and 5. I get up every day, and I usually go to sleep. I don't know. These days I've been going to bed like between 8 and midnight. But I just thank the source, because when I was drinking and stuff, I couldn't do this. So that's another thing. Whatever you're doing that has you in this low vibe, and it's taken away from you source, and it's taking you away from your source, then you need to do something about it. You know what I'm trying to say? But any which way, so I go out for my morning walk. I come back, and this is supposed to be a secure building. This used to be a very beautiful apartment building. It used to be. And now it's just a lot of unsavory entities and spirits up in here. Not saying all of them, because there are some beautiful brothers and sisters up in this building, who are afraid to even say hi, because they don't know what type of energy you rocking with. So, but me being me, I'm gonna say hi. But me and this brother bumped heads, because he leaves back doors open. We have people coming into the laundry room and defecating and relieving themselves, because we have in the area, it's a lot of it's a nice area, but when the night when the street lights come on, the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. So, like, that's just real talk. We all know it. That's just real talk. And so a lot of times when they can't get to what they got to go, if the doors are open here, and like I said, this guy, he does his thing, and in lower vibration. So he's rocking in lower vibe, and he's keeping doors open, and people getting high in the hallways and stuff like that. And I spoke up. So I spoke up, and the man threatened to slap me. He said, if you say one more thing, I'm gonna slap you. I said, all right. So, justified anger. And I'm going to read something to you about justified anger, too. This is out of a book that they use in recovery, and it's called 12 Steps in 12 Traditions. And it talks about, where is it? 65, 68. My spiritual guide, Kim, she brought me to this. Is this it? Here it is. Right. So in doing so, I had the right to be angry, because now the brother, you're mad because I want to feel safe in my apartment building. I pay rent here just like you do. And I want to feel safe. I pray, my money, your money, and everybody else's rent money goes towards the cameras being replaced, the fire alarm doors being closed, the fire doors being closed. You know what I'm saying? People coming in here. But I'm telling you, because look, now I'm so happy I'm not upset anymore, because I really had to look at this brother for who he was, a child of the source. This is my brother at the end of the day. But it took for me to pause, speak to somebody else about it, and see what was going on, because I'm like, wait a minute, I got the right to be angry. I got the right to want to cuss him out and go get my bat and hit him upside the head for threatening this empress. That's what lower self wanted to do. That was my first inclination. That was the reaction, but the response is different. So the reaction is this: self-righteous anger. Uh-oh. Sorry, that was mad tacky. Oh my Lord, that was mad tacky. So self-righteous anger also can be very enjoyable. In a perverse way, we can actually take satisfaction from the fact that many people annoy us, for it brings us comfortable feeling of superiority. And then it also says something about self-righteous anger someplace else. But yeah, like, I felt I had the right to be angry. You disrespect me, you come at me that way. I'm your elder, even though I look younger than him. And he's younger than me. He's in his 30s. And I'll be 50 this summer. And I look younger than the brother. And we both, you know what I'm saying? Like, but somebody said black don't crack unless you smoke it. Thank God, you know. But any which way, so I thought I had this I had this right to be angry. And that even I'm here, I go, universe, he wrong, coming at me like that. So here comes the source talking through my spirit guide. And she said, Erica, that's about you. What are you really angry at? What is this resentment really all about? That's because he's disrespecting the property. You know what I'm saying? He, 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 he does this. He does that. He gets high in the hallways and he puts the cigarettes out, and I gotta come through and pick him up, and I pick up the mess in the hallways, and she stopped me. She was like, all I hear is you, I did this and I did that. She's like, are you supposed to be cleaning up the hallway? No, but I like the hallway clean because I like a clean atmosphere. It's not your job to clean up the hallway? No. Are you his mother? No. Are you the landlord? No. But every point I made was valid. To respect the property, respect where we live, do what you want to do in your apartment. But at the end of the day, I'm not source. I'm not God. I'm not his mother. I am my brother's keeper, but that doesn't mean that I have the right to try to control them. Just like the source took care of me, just like the source took this battered person, this teenager who lied, stole, literally stole. And I'm not talking about no candy out no candy stores. I'm talking about just some real ratchet stuff. This is back in the day. But this kid, who the source and who my guardian angels, which I found out today in a reading, which is a lot, but every reading I've gotten from that I paid attention to, private readings and everything, all say the same thing. I am surrounded by my ancestors, and my ancestors do not play with my with the negative energy or with my own negative energy. True story. I've known that from a kid. But so I was taken aback at how disrespectful I was to that brother downstairs by cussing and arguing, and after he told me he was gonna slap the shit out of me. My job at that point was to take it to the source, which now I do. Now, whenever I see this man, I don't say anything because I don't. But in my spirit, you know what I do when I see this man now? I'm like, source, take care of your baby. And I have to look at this person as a sick man, just like one time I was sick. That doesn't mean I have to put up with disrespect, because I did take care of that part. You ain't gonna disrespect me. But the most powerful thing I can do is pray for you, right? And I've been doing that for these past few weeks. And that resentment has left. And even when I see him, even when I see the stuff that he's done in the hallways, I still pick up trash and stuff. I just keep my mouth shut and I give it back to the universe. So any which way. So that's what I did, dealing with these resentments and fears. I saw what it was. I found out what it was. I wasn't mad at him. I was mad at me, because that was my old behavior. There was something in him that I did not like. I knew that this man, if he wasn't getting high and drinking, whatever the case may be, I knew he wouldn't be disrespectful to the property if he wasn't doing that. So I'm believing and I'm understanding in myself. I saw the old Erica in him. I saw that old spirit in him, and it pissed me off. And I got up on a soapbox like I was better than him for a short moment, instead of forgetting that him and I are just the same. We are all brothers and sisters, and everybody deserves respect until you give me a reason to. All I could do is just pray for you. That's the most respect I can give you, is not to say a darn thing and just pray for you and keep it pushing, or send positive energy your way, or send the healing your way. However you want to look at it, because on this channel, even those who don't believe in God are welcome. Because if you don't believe in God, that's fine. You don't have to believe in God. But just know you didn't create yourself. So you can say creator of me. And I'm talking about the creator of all. You can say creator of all. Or if you want to send or receive, I'm asking, I'm asking, I'm asking for positive energy and healing in my life. You don't have to say God, Jesus, Buddha, or whatever. You don't have to do all that. All you have to do is speak it out into the universe. Just say universe. The powers, the atoms, the electrons, the neutrons, the protons, whatever in the universe that makes things happen. Because no matter what you're looking at, every object is still a whole bunch of atoms and neutrons being all moving around real fast to make this solid object. But it's really not a solid object. This thing is made up of numerous millions, trillions, gazillions of little tiny particles, atoms and neutrons, and all types of stuff going on to make this. I can't make that. That's something that was already in universe before I was even thought of, before I was thunk of. I do. Coño. Like, I'm just so happy that I watched that sister. Because with it being, oh yes, happy spring equinox, happy pink moon. Oh, blessings unto you all. So that's my little spiel for today. You know, it's the spring equinox. For some of you people, Easter. But for me, blessings unto you all. It's another beautiful day in the presence of the source. It was another day for me to get it right. It was another day for me to be honored enough to be able to share this energy with you, this love, this healing energy, this love. I mean, this is love because I love y'all to life. I don't love nothing to death. Or if I do love you to death, maybe it's a death of old ways to bring in new. But I would never say that. I'm always going to say, I love you to life. I love you to your new life. I love you to the life that you deserve. I love you to the life that the source has for you. I love you to life. Blessings unto each and every one of you. And as I leave, I like to pray my prayer. It's called the Creator Prayer. Um, Creator, source of the universe, divine you are. Let what is on earth be in harmony with the universe and all the multiverses. Guide me through my day. I'm sorry, let me start this off again. Let me say it in the us version, right? So, source, creator of the universe, divine you are. Let what is on earth be in harmony with the universe and all the multiverses. Guide us through our day. Forgive us of our misdirections as we forgive others' misdirections. Lead us to respect you and all your creations. Help us find spiritual wholeness with you and self. For you are the Alpha and Omega, the all-knowing and all-seeing for eternity. Ashe. Blessings unto you, family. It's been a pleasure once again and an honor. Everyone have a blessed day. I got to get back into my assignments. With it being a new moon, with it being a full moon, and it's such an important phase in the celestial to me. My daughter's birthday. It's her born day today. Happy birthday, Nooch. Blessings unto you, my baby girl, my mini me, my little spiritual wicked warrior. I love you. It's her birthday today, and shout out to each of yours. Anybody else celebrating your born day today, blessings unto you. And if this is your spiritual born day, I hope that everything that I share with you, a part of myself, can help heal you. Any questions or concerns, I do have an email set up. You can reach out that way, and I will pray and meditate on how to respond or how to just support you if needed, or how to provide information to help you as a sister walking in this universe with you, to help you be guided to where you need to be. Glory, glory, glory. It's such a blessed day to be able to help someone. That makes me have a good day when I'm able to give back, which was so freely given unto me. Ashe, family. You have a blessed one, sisters and brothers.